Welcome back here to the channel, guys, and today's video is going to be slightly different than what we're accustomed to in terms of what I work on with my Acura and my Honda. Now, I had the pleasure of working with MUCAR on this video, and they were nice enough and kind enough to send me over their 892BT scanning tool. So the purposes of today's video is we're going to review it and see exactly if AI helps out in the automotive space. Now, when I say AI, I think everybody thinks of one of two scenarios, right? It's either this one or it's either this one. And either of them are completely wrong and false. AI isn't here to take over anything. Ironically, yes, we are not in Terminator and we are not in iRobot, but I work with AI every day of my life. If you guys don't know, and if you're new to my channel, I am a computer engineer. I work with a very, very big company, and AI is a massive part of our platform now and our service offerings in the IT space. A lot of what I do is deployments based on integrating our infrastructure and the client's infrastructure into our cloud environment, and also integrating it with our AI. Now, can it really help in the automotive space? I don't know. We're about to find that out in today's video. One of the big benefits about what MUCAR offers, especially with this particular 892BT model, is their AI technology, specifically around AI being integrated into this tool to assist you with not only finding new issues or assisting you even with the fixes. This does it all. So we shall see if it lives up to the test right now. I'm gonna go and hook it up to my Acura so we can just dive right in. A couple little points here, and I'm gonna break down what's in here so that way we can see it. A couple little things, it does support 2.4 and 5 gig networks, which is huge, especially if you're an IT nerd like I am, right? And then also their biggest thing is AI, right? We're gonna harp on that one a lot here. That's kind of the theme of this video and kind of the theme of this product in itself. Also, what they claim on their website is it's a free subscription model. You don't have to pay for anything, and you get unlimited upgrades and updates to the software itself. So it's the software and then all of the cards you can connect to. I just did the latest one right now. That's huge, right? I'm not the most savviest or the biggest of a savant in terms of this space. What I will say is that I was in the market for one. So this kind of just worked out. And if you guys have seen my last video with the S2000, I was particularly in the market for one because mine is old and kind of cheap, right? And I'll bring them in so you guys can see the differences. This just so happened to come my way. I said, oh wow, this will help immensely. So let me break down what we got in the box and we will just head on straight to the car. First off, MUCAR is nice enough to send you this really nifty carrying case. I think that's awesome. That way you don't have to just leave it out and it gets scratches. You know, they do have accessories on their website, but nonetheless, a carrying case is always welcome. At least it is for me. So then you have the protective case and then the MUCAR 892BT itself. If I hit the switch here, you will see the interface, and it is powered by an Android 10. On the technical side, guys, I can get a little more in depth just because these are things that I deal with, you know, 24/7. This is their interface. They use Android 10. And one of the cool things that I found here is if you go to upgrade, you want to go to vehicle diagnostics, and then you get whatever the latest and greatest is, not just solely from the vehicle software side, but also from the maintenance side. And I'll be screen recording this so you can see it here shortly, so we'll go back in it, but just kind of wanted to highlight that. So this is the diagnostic tool. If you flip it over to the back side, you get the OBD port connector. This is Bluetooth based, so you would just plug this into your slot and then it should start reading. It also comes with this nifty little stand in case you want to stand it up. So we're gonna put this to the side right now. We'll leave it right here so that way you guys can see it in frame. Also included in the kit is Cat 5 cable. If you guys don't know Cat 5, just your typical internet connection that you would utilize. Now what this is for is also for I haven't even opened it. I didn't want to, but for the sake of the video, here we go. They provide you with an Ethernet dongle, and this dongle is utilized on the USB port on top. You would connect the RJ45 on the port side and then connect that into your laptop on the other end. And then once your car is connected, you're also able to get deeper diagnostics for certain model cars. So I've heard Mercedes out there, I've heard Aston Martin is some of them, but this is just another tool within their arsenal that they give out to you so that way you can do a little bit deeper dive if you can't find it through it's actually the tool itself, right? So you can utilize the internet here, which I think is huge. From my understanding, this is a BMW connector, right? Their OBD port. And then also it comes with another RJ45, just in case you want to connect it to the internet for deeper diagnostics. So once again, guys, for what you get here in the kit, I think it's presumably a lot. Then you get your basic, you know, your chargers, the different faces for different countries. So you guys can see that here. And then also is provided a USB charging cord so it goes from USB-C to USB-A, bada bing, bada boom, that's it. So that's what you get in the kit plus the instructions, guys, right? So that's all you see here, guys. Everything you see here is basically everything you get, which I think is quite massive when you take into account what you're kind of getting with the tool itself already. Now that we got this out the way, let's jump straight into the car and see what we can find on my Acura. We're in the Acura. We have the MUCAR 892BT in hand. We're gonna go ahead and connect the Bluetooth connector into my car via the OBD port and see what we get as terms of diagnostics, right? And if you guys want a closer look, it's plugged in now. It made a little noise like a tee-tee, just to let you know that it was plugged into the port. And I have a light, as you can see, which looks to be green. I would assume green is good to go. So let's hop into the tool and see what we find. So what I am gonna do here is utilize the main page here for Diagnose. It says auto search. For the sake of time, I'm just gonna use the auto search feature. There are other ones we will go through, but I wanna see what this is kind of baked into already. So we're gonna hit enter. It's connecting to the device itself. As you can see, it's gonna read the scan on the machine. This is also pretty cool. I am not gonna lie. I think it's pretty nice. Like I said, I didn't have anything this intuitive or nice before, and we're gonna pop out with my other scan tools. So for this to be an option and for it to get sent to me, I'll 100% take it every day of the week. So you can connect it to Wi-Fi. I was even able to tether it to my phone. So that's also a nice feature because it does have capabilities of getting online. So you can do Google searches. You can do MUCAR's very own community, which we'll get into that as well. That helps you kind of diagnose and see things that you may have not seen prior. But it is going through its own thing. It's doing its own diagnostic here on the back end. We're literally just watching it go. As you guys seen, those are all the options that we have there. We're gonna go with the Smart Scan option. We're just gonna let it tell us exactly what's going on in the car. And here is where we're gonna get where I think the true fundamental is here for the MUCAR 892BT. And it lives with the AI. And I think it's probably one of the coolest feature sets that is on this tool. And I'm not sure exactly if it's integrated with other ones. So if you guys know of anything, let me know down in the comments. Maybe we could test another. But so far it's looking good, right? But as you can see here, it's giving me a list of things. It says it's found 16 items, probably 16 things it wants to fix. So we can see on my active dampening, it says left rear wheel speed sensor failure. I would think I'd get something else from there. But if we were just gonna, if that is exactly what we were looking for, you have the functionality here to click on this MUAI, which I believe is probably one of the coolest feature sets. And if you guys want to see, this is what it comes down to here with AI. It's going to reach out to wherever its server is located. And like I said, I have it tethering to my phone right now, so I'm connected to that. It's going to give you a breakdown of what that fault code is. And then it's going to tell you exactly how you can either test it, but then also how you can fix it. And I think that is huge when it comes to a tool like this, because you don't necessarily need to be the highest grade level mechanic and have been in the field for the last, 15, 20 years working on cars. You can utilize AI here to give you this repair guide and just kind of give you the very simple breakdown of what you need to chase. And then obviously, it comes with codes. So you can research that here too if you hit the Google search button, right? And you just hit OK. And now it's going to prompt you into Google and trying to research this within the tool. I don't have to bring a laptop with me or anything of that nature. It's already generating it for you. So I think that is huge in terms of what you can do, right? Then you can go look at YouTube videos. YouTube is also integrated within the tool, which I think is cool. The tool is designed for mechanics, but then I also believe, seeing it now in real time, it's designed for users like myself. Yes, I've been working on cars for a very long time, but that doesn't mean I know everything, right? So for this to be capable and be in a car in the hand of a mechanic or somebody who doesn't kind of have that FaceTime with cars, I think is massive. So we got the Smart Scan feature to work here, as you guys seen it kind of thinking through the way. It's actually asking me now to select my model. We'll go to Acura, pulls up my VIN. This is the Smart Scan's functionality, which I think is pretty awesome. Not sure if it's just because it's a new car and it's, it's got its own things, but we'll select what region we're in. The pin layout obviously was the question prior. And now it's just going to retrieve all the info. For an all-in-one tool to do that, guys, I think it's awesome. We can, as you can see, the AI piece to it is huge, right? You don't have to kind of go fiddling and looking for things. AI will populate it. If that description doesn't help you out, you have the ability to go within Google, and it's right there for you at the touch of your fingertips, literally on the screen as you guys witnessed. And you have that ability to search the web and kind of dig a little deeper between Google, YouTube, and then the built-in AI functionality, which I think is pretty sweet. It's vastly better than scan tools I have now. So that's a win. I think, like I said, I'm not gonna say that this is for the avid mechanic who does this day in and day out. For somebody like myself who does this for YouTube and is constantly working on older cars, I don't think it gets any better than this. And nobody's paying me to say that. I'm being bluntly honest. So I think this is a great tool thus far, but we can kind of go back into the other functions of the tool itself. So yes, we're going to end the diagnostic session. You guys have seen that. There's nothing literally wrong with my Acura. It's a brand new car. We have the auto search feature, right, which is what we use when it finds the car. It automatically populates the VIN, etc. Then you have the diagnose tool, which is what I went into, so you can kind of see it. And we're still on the main diagnose page, right? You have OBD maintenance. You could go to your history to see what you've scanned prior. You can pull up a report just in case you wanted to have a diagnostic report live. Feedback. Then here's where I was talking to you about. This is the Dollarfix community. This is the community that they have built in. You'll have to kind of sign up for this. Within this community, you have the ability to see exactly other members have gone through. You can kind of search for different areas and pain points that you're having with the car. So I think this in itself too is huge. It's just like being within the community on Facebook or S2KI, Type R community. That kind of forum base is literally what you get here, which is huge. I think that's also a really nice feature. So thumbs up to MUCAR for that. Then lastly, within this page, you get the MUAI, which is obviously the AI feature that allows you to give whatever its intelligent assist is. So I think that that's an awesome feature here, and I think it's a huge plus for anybody in this community. Then you can go to your general maintenance tab, right? You get everything from air fuel to ABS to your lighting to, we're gonna skip a couple here, but your air suspension. You can even go for your battery. You can do your brake pad reset, which if you have an Integra like mine, and if you guys have seen in my videos, you know that I need to release my brake so that way I can get to my pad. So it's all done from here, guys. Clutch matching. There's features in here that I've never even heard of in my life, but nonetheless, they're still available to you guys. Electronic water pump, DPF regeneration, ECU reset, EGR adaption, electronics throttle adaption, FRM matching, gear learning, gearbox learning, anti-theft key matching, injector coding, any language settings you would want. I think that's kind of standard, right, with anything. Not everybody speaks English. And then your odometer check, NOx sensor reset, odometer meter reset. The list goes on, guys. Like, look at just how many feature sets are here, right? Everything is at your fingertips here. I'll just scroll through them so you guys can see, but it is awesome. And there is just no limitation here from what it seems like. The upgrade functionality is pretty simple, right? It's just your upgrade path. So if you needed to do a vehicle software update, these are all the vehicles that they have under their fleet, right? So all your big guys, Ford, even Ferrari, they got from domestic to JDM to exotic. It is all in here, guys, which is pretty cool. So if you wanted to go through an update path, there's that. You have vehicle software, and then you have maintenance, upgrades. What I will call out, and I think this is just the IT in me, and this is just the nerd that loves this part of it. But in IT, there's certain things that happen when you're actually doing a deployment, and a feature set that's brand new, or a version, let me correct myself, a version that is brand new sometimes doesn't play well in an environment, and you're left trying to kind of roll back because the previous versions work better than the newer ones. It happens all the time, and I get it. So on the MUCAR 892BT, you have the option to select what version of software you would want to use. And let me just click on it. I'm fat fingering everything. But once you get it, you can roll back to previous versions, which is huge. You don't really get that in a lot. So coming from IT and a computer engineering background, it's nice to see that they let you roll back. And it's not just on battery matching. You guys have that functionality on everything here that you've already upgraded. So let me click on it again. And as you can see, it's right there for you guys. So I think that's huge. So it's not only on the maintenance side, it's also on the vehicle software side. So, you know, pay attention. Maybe something works better on the other version or on a prior one. At least they give you that level of granularity there where you can kind of go back. So I think that's cool. Shout out to MUCAR for even adopting that, because you don't know how many times I've gotten in a pinch while deploying at a customer site, you know, customer looking at me, and that's the issue we're having. So go figure. It's just nice to have than not to. So thank you, MUCAR, for that one. Other than that, it's just the More tab, right? You get your settings, online services, operating instructions, fault code library, which is cool, coverage list, the module itself, the gadgets, your Google Chrome and other ones that you guys have built in, remote assistance, and then you could just hit that little icon at the very far right and it brings up everything within this pane of glass. Like I said, I think this is huge. If you want to just go into coverage list, we can enter it. But I think the tool in itself, for what it's meant to do, I think it's awesome. It gives somebody like me a baseline to not only understand what I'm looking at, but then also have the availability to not only get the code itself and what's going on with the vehicle, but the AI assistant can kick in, right? Or the MUAI can kick in and say, hey, here's what you're seeing, here's what's going on, here's how you can fix it. And if you really want to dive a little deeper, here's Google Chrome, and it forwards you directly to the link like you guys seen. So that's awesome. And then the coverage list, guys, I mean, you can see everything that's here, right? So it's just not Ford and you know, just let out for, you know, the certain manufacturers. It dives into exactly what you may want to see, like oil maintenance reset, etc. So overall, I am very much impressed with the tool. It is going to be something that I'm going to test on all other cars that I have. If it wasn't for my S2000 and the misfire that we fixed, I would have done it already, because that would have been so cool. We'll get there. It's not that big of a deal. And as a quick break, guys, in this review, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. It's World Cup time. And what does that mean? That means that you guys are gonna be driving with friends, trying to see games, trying to go to your local bars, or try to go to anybody's house, right? You don't want your car to stop you from having fun or catching any of the World Cup matches. So before you go out anywhere and you try to get a glimpse of any of these matches, make sure you check your car. MUCAR is running a special promotion right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it is you need to do. On the ThinkCar website, they are running a very special promotion here, where if you predict the winner, you get to win a ThinkScan 689BT or the MUCAR 892BT that we were reviewing in today's video. All you simply have to do is scroll down, predict the winner, submit your entry before June 30th, and then you get to be placed into the draw. And then the winner gets announced and you get to choose whichever one you like. You're gonna make your pick down here, pick whichever country you'd like, enter in your first name, last name, and your email, submit your prediction, and it's as easy as that, just to win one of the lucky 2 devices that you see down here. And as part of the World Cup here, guys, MUCAR on their website is offering a special deal / waitlist. In case you guys were interested and wanted to get your hands on this device, I'm gonna be sure to include my code here, so that way you guys can get an extra 10% off, guys. So it'd be 10% off if you use the code RVRLS, and I will be providing that to you guys within the description. So back to the video. And so that wraps up today's video, guys. Like I said, a little different from the norm. I had the opportunity to get said device. I figured we might as well do the review. I thought it was awesome. It was in line with what I needed. I wish I had it, like I said, for the S2K and its misfire. So let me know your thoughts in the comments about the MUCAR 892BT. Do you guys think it's worth it? Do you have another device that you prefer? Do you think that AI is going to be, I guess, the next lead within assisting mechanics on their daily efforts to diagnose and troubleshoot cars and then eventually fix them? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments, guys. I think this device is awesome. Like I said, I'm not saying I am the expert or I am the mechanic that's there daily. I do kind of do this for a living, right? And with that, you know, will a device like this suffice? And I think for me personally, it does. I love the AI functionality. I love that I can tether it to my phone and I don't have to necessarily just depend on a Wi-Fi signal. I love that it can support both 2.4 gig and 5 gig bandwidth. Somebody is like myself, I have 2.5 gig speed internet in my home, so I like things to run fast. That's the IT in me. And then I also love the fact that you're not prone to being in some subscription-based model and having to pay something monthly. No, you can download, you can upgrade anything that you want at the touch and the push of a button right there on the screen. And it makes life easy. So there are so many pluses to it. I think the AI functionality is kind of groundbreaking. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else in the space is doing it. You guys let me know. I think it's worth it. I think it's an awesome machine. And like I said, use my discount code down below that I'm going to put here, so that way you guys can enjoy an additional 10% off if you'd like to purchase your very own MUCAR 892BT. All right, I'm going to end the video here. Next video is getting back into the Integra. You guys have been waiting. I have been trying to find parts like these to make my life easier, because we have so much to discuss about that full race kit and why I am not happy about certain things with it. So we will get into that in the next video, and I promise you it is going to be a good one, because I am going to let my thoughts run rampant on that next one. All right, guys, so stay tuned for that video. We're gonna dive into all of this fueling here next, like I promised you guys. All right, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you want that MUCAR, go out and get it. Take advantage of the World Cup promos that they're offering. Take advantage of my discount code that is being offered. But until the next video, guys, as always, go ahead, loco, and take it easy, because I am out.